Words to say.
Well, we did an exciting experiment this week.
Mm.
You can learn a lot about somebody by looking at their queue. Talking about Netflix queue, of course.
Obviously.
And so this is a segment that we like to do on the show a lot called Q&A, the queue like Netflix queue. Do you have the theme for that, Sam? What happened to it?
I didn't ever get one or make one or know about it.
Or
Do you want to just do it?
the Q&A theme song?
Yeah. Q&A, queue like Netflix queue.
Q like Netflix Q. Okay.
Do you know this one? You don't know our theme for this segment? Okay.
Well, that shouldn't stop you, though. Should
I thought
we
you
all
said
do
you
it at the
listened to
same
this
time?
show. Yeah, sure. We could all do it at the same time. Okay. Q. Like a Netflix queue.
And A. So that's a theme song for this one. And we all traded Netflix cues. And one of the things I think is so interesting about Netflix is because we love science and math, they do these algorithms. And it lets you know what your tastes are. Maybe sometimes your Netflix knows you better than you know yourself.
Right.
So I could learn more about Mary from her Netflix queue than I could from just saying, what do you like?
Right.
Like, for example, should we just start with some of your...
let's
Because
start.
we had to watch all the movies. We got the cues.
Yeah.
Watch
And
all the
you watched
movies.
all of them, right?
You have a lot... You seem to like movies in the category... Well, it's funny, category, actually. The movies about cats that have human wives.
Right. Yeah, and you would be surprised at how many movies there are about that.
I
Both
was
documentaries-
surprised.
I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, both documentaries and sci-fi and romance, and really, it's actually a very classic love story. So
What is it about a cat having a human wife?
And did you even realize that you had that sort of...
no,
Yeah, okay.
no, I was like
just picking
on
movies
a
at
Saturday
random.
night. On a Saturday night, when I'm sitting at home and I'm on my couch and I put up Netflix and I see a movie that I want to see, I just click it. I don't think, I want to see another movie with that topic. I just click on a movie I want to see. Does that make sense?
I'm starting to come around to it. Walk me through
I'd
it.
actually prefer a little more information
Yes.
about
Okay,
that.
so-
If you could speak on
Oh,
that,
if
please.
you could... actually speak on that.
So you're sitting on your couch, okay, and you've got Netflix open, okay, and you're like,
How? I don't have a TV.
oh, then okay. So first thing you have to do is, even if you don't have a TV, do you have a computer?
Okay, well, I share one with my cousin Sam because I don't like to be alone with
Okay,
it.
then you should call Sam.
It's in here. It's that computer.
Yeah, Sam
It's in
has
the
it right
room.
now. So
Okay, then what you would do first is you would ask Sam politely if you could borrow that computer.
you say it's Saturday night?
night? Saturday night.
Studio's closed.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to talk to the building manager first, and you need to ask if you can get the keys to the building, and so that you and
Lou's
Sam
never
can
going to
meet.
go for that. I'll tell you what, he's
Lou?
a real hard ass.
I can imagine what Lou would say.
But
I mean,
Lou-
if I bring him a big box of C's candy, but then it's like I got to
Okay.
stop at
Saturday
the Grove
night,
before that closes.
I'm supposed to eat a fresh tomato.
Yeah, so Lou, yes.
Is that Lou? Was that
Yes,
what Lou
on
said?
Saturday night he likes to
He's
carve out some
supposed
time.
to eat a fresh tomato.
Well,
to
then
eat a
you
fresh
then you
tomato.
can go get a fresh tomato. It's so much easier to get than C's candies. Stop by the Gelson's, grab yourself a fresh tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Then then you got to make an appointment with Lou,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to give him the fresh tomato. He'll give you the keys to the building.
It's almost like a RPG game, trading items. Anyway, go on. It's
you
nerd
not-
stuff. I don't know.
Are you not in
sort
that
of
scene?
have your reputation as
I-
having been one of the girls at the mall in high school.
Yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of them. Yeah, but there were more than just one. Like I was just one of many girls at the
Mm-hmm.
mall. Yeah.
Which sort of clique were you in?
I was in the Hobby Lobby, like craft clique.
Yeah.
Like I did a lot of like I would cast spells and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like the craft. When you say the craft, you don't mean like making crafts.
Right. No,
you mean
I
like
mean
the film The
Fairuza
Craft.
Balk,
Robin Tunney,
Robin
yeah.
Tunney, yeah.
But it does.
Nev Campbell.
Yes, lest we forget. Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
best friends.
Yes, let's start now.
But it does the crafts do require some actual crafts.
Sure.
Pipe cleaners and googly eyes to make like a devil boyfriend.
Yeah. Actually, you don't need googly eyes to make a devil boyfriend. If you just get some mini pom poms, as long as they're like textured, then they can serve as eyes.
We'll agree to misagree on this one. You could use pom bombs, but if you're at the Hobby Lobby already, get some googly eyes.
Anyway, we traded a fresh tomato for the key to the studio.
You did.
So we're
okay. Yes. So
in.
you did that. Okay. So you're in, but now Sam's not here, so you have to call Sam because you can't just take his property without him knowing about it.
It's okay. It's my computer. I mean, I just don't. I don't like to be alone with it because I've heard they can watch you through it.
That's absolutely true. I've had
Yes.
experience with that actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody can watch you from it as long as your
Do
computer
I want to hear
screen
this
is
story?
open.
Yeah, what was
I
that
feel like we keep
experience?
getting sidetracked, but you've had experience.
I'm
with being
keeping
watched
track
through it.
I'm keeping track of the diversion tree. Mm-hmm. So we can go as far as we want.
Well, honestly, anytime I open, so I have a computer and anytime I open it up, I know that there is someone on the other end who's watching me. And how do I know that? I get like, so do you guys know about GChat?
Okay. This is like thug slang. Like how G's chat, how a real G chats to another
it's,
G.
honestly, GChat
Yeah.
is if you need to talk to a real life G, that's
Like
what
what's
you
up?
open.
And this is not racist what I'm doing, but this is the only way to give this example is that you would be like, "What's up, Holmes?" And I hate that that has any racial implications, but a white dude could say that too.
And it used to be ours. Sherlock Holmes used to be our guy. Mm-hmm. And
That's how it started,
Now
yeah.
it's theirs, and good luck.
Now it
but-
mostly belongs to the G's,
and honestly, G for me stands for grown up, and not it has no.
racial connotation
Right.
at all.
It's grown up chat is what GChat is.
And what's more grown up than bagging and sagging and staying strapped? I mean, that's one of the most adult activities you can do. So I agree.
Staying strapped, living large, as a grown up.
So you were talking to a G,
I was talking to a G on GChat, and all of a
preparing,
sudden,
for example, to go to jail. You're not.
yeah,
You don't know how to go to jail. You would need
Okay.
to get lessons.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you've gotten in trouble for some sort of white collar crime, and we all play around sometimes with business opportunities that aren't necessarily on the up and up. And then when you get arrested, you've got to make friends with a G of some kind to prepare to go to jail. So what did he teach you?
Or she.
Or she, I'm sorry.
what did they teach me about going to jail? Well, first of all, you have to make room for yourself.
Oh,
That's
so
a classic
important.
mistake of people who go to jail. Too much thinking about what they can do for other people.
Yeah. You have to take time for yourself when you're there because honestly, yeah, it's so much. There's a lot of demands on you to participate and be supportive and like
Everyone wants a
listen
piece.
to your cellmate and get along with the guards and ask them about their lives and make them apple pie. And when do you do that for yourself?
Get your own slice.
That was a good piece of advice as far as prison goes is like, hey, take care of you. You know?
And you were being watched through this conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. And he told me he was watching me.
Oh, he was
said-
the one watching you.
He said, I am watching you right now, and I can tell you, you need to take time for yourself. And he was right, because while I was talking to him, I had my day planner open, and he could see all the lunch dates I had made.
Yeah.
And I was, talking to my mom on the phone, and I do have a cat, and my cat was like clawing at me, needing my attention.
Okay. This is, if we could circle back for a second. This is a clue, actually, because it's like a happy ending in a lot of these movies that you like, where the female protagonist gets to marry the cat.
I don't understand.
Okay. let me see if I
don't think I do
I'm just
either.
trying to. I'm starting to make a connection here. You have a cat yourself.
No.
Oh, I thought you just said that you did have.
Oh
a cat.
yeah, I do.
Just moments
Okay.
ago, yeah.
Okay. It's in a lot of these movies in your Netflix queue.
yeah.
There's a woman who owns a cat who has like a secret crush on it, but doesn't know how to. No, don't say no. I've seen the movies. These are what the movies are about.
That's exactly what the movie is, but I also don't know where you're going with this, Hayes.
And if you just bear with me,
Okay.
this is a connection that I'm starting to make, and it's just the beginning of something.
I'm going to give you just enough rope to hang yourself, counselor.
You have your own cat. Mm-hmm. It seems like if you would spend a lot of time watching movies about women who get to marry their cats, that it might be something that you might want to marry your cat yourself.
Objection, relevance.
You don't think
Sustained.
you don't think
Yes.
that's sustained?
Sustained.
Sustained.
You don't think that's relevant?
I honestly, like Hayes, I feel like, you know what, and this brings it back to Hollywood. This is classic example of a man putting his own agenda
Okay.
on a woman.
He's trying to define you,
yeah,
isn't he,
exactly.
sweetie?
He's trying to pigeonhole. Yeah. Yeah, Papa.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro.
That's okay. That's good. And I love learning about this on the show. And I love to get a lesson from every woman we have on here because I do think we have a lot to teach each other.
Absolutely.
And now, do we trade lessons?
yeah.
Step one is an open dialogue.
I would say, as a man,
Step two,
just what
cut a
just
hole
watch.
in the box. Hey, no, I'm
good.
messing around.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Hayes. You were talking.
That's good to defuse it a little bit, just to bring.
Just it doesn't have to be intense.
Because the tone is my only thing. Just
Yeah.
speaking as a man,
Yeah.
I would watch the tone a little bit. And in conversations like this, it can just be
Right.
just say it. It doesn't have to be in that kind of.
You can
like,
accept that, can't you,
Don't
darling?
make me feel. I don't need to feel stupid. I'm not stupid. I know I'm like a smart guy. So it's like a tone. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think I understand.
He is
it.
smart. I've seen him name every Scorsese movie in order.
Oh my God, do it now.
Okay. The Bullies,
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
the gun shooter, the pasta, Shutter Island, and the flying $1 million owner.
Oh, right. The Flying Mill. Oh, because I remember that one because it was about an owner of $1 million.
Yes.
Who,
Made a big,
right.
some sort of flying contraption.
Yeah. And it was back in the day when there wasn't any flying contract. Like it was a period piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in Earwolf Studios. We decided that we can take Sam's laptop. This isn't sort of the turn-by-turn RPG we're playing.
Yes.
I assume I'm accompanying you on this and we'll watch it together.
What did she say? It's Saturday night?
Saturday night.
We're
yes.
hanging.
I have a 2-person love sack. You're familiar with this product?
Absolutely.
It's not going to get through the door.
Okay.
You know those things.
Right. They're really big.
I could take the beans out, put the beans through a few handfuls at a time, and then fill it back up.
Yeah.
They're going to get everywhere, though. They get very staticky in there because they're rubbing together in that enclosed
But-
space. Do we want to transfer them into smaller bags?
Sure. We could do that.
But you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you guys are like wanting to make a dinner and a movie. You could take some of the beans.
Go to the
out.
restaurant.
You can go to the restaurant. You can take some of the beans out and go to the restaurant and then offer to pay your bill with the beans.
Okay, yeah.
Because
that
I've
doesn't
done
get
that
me any
before.
closer to watching.
Well, you're eating so that you'll have the energy to sit down in front of Netflix and then you have to register for Netflix. I don't know if you already have or not.
That's all Sam's territory. I mean, that's,
Yeah. So you'll have to create your own account. Do you have a credit card?
Okay, well, that gets into sort of a complicated area.
Do you have a billing address?
Well,
See, that is actually
that's the thing that makes
that
the
is
credit card question
the
complicated.
sticky wicket.
Yes. My
If you write-
dad don't want that kind of mail.
If you
So-
write basement on an envelope,
Yes, I live in
Oh,
a
I
beautiful
see.
basement condominium beneath my father's home, and it's very nice. But he don't want that kind of mail, and it's hard to get them to put it in my basement window or in the hatch in the back, which I can get in and out of. But I wish it wasn't so noisy, because if it wakes him up, then where you go, and it's a whole.
Are you close with your father?
I mean, 1 floor
Geographically.
apart. Yeah, I mean, it's so close.
But like emotionally?
It goes up and down, you know. It changes a lot.
Yeah.
I would say that it goes from a hard no to a like, I could see that being something someday. Yeah.
Because I feel very close to my cat.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Very close.
How close?
I hesitate to bring this up because I feel like maybe I should have learned my lesson here.
What?
But just as you bring up your cat,
Oh, no.
you look. Well, I haven't even said anything yet.
I've got to agree with Mary
She
here.
just
I would
made a
have to
very.
say no.
She made a very horny noise.
Oh, Hayes.
I don't know how else to say it. Everyone.
Classic man agenda.
Oh, Hayes. Sugar, are you okay?
It is-
You can't talk to her that way, my man. I mean, it's like this is a adult woman, self-possessed star here in the studio.
Thank you.
And you are hammering her with your misogynistic agenda.
It's true that a lot of noises that I hear women make, I do sometimes think are horny noises, and sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. How do I know? How am I supposed to tell the difference?
Sometimes it's someone who's hurt, isn't it, Hayes?
Yeah, when I get hurt, it sounds a lot like when I'm horny.
Of course. Yeah, because they're both intense experiences.
Oh, my knee! Oh, my knee! Like, and that was like when you skin your knee,
Yeah.
which hurts.
We'll edit that out.
honestly.
Why did you go to jail that one time? When you were going to jail, what'd you do?
I stole like crackers from there was a lady, and like by crackers I guess I mean her money, but I stole her money. There's a lady who lived across the
Crackers
street
like
from me.
those white crackers on the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of old
That's
crackers.
a cool.
Yeah,
that's
a
cool
bunch
G
of-
terminology.
Yeah, grown-up terminology, yeah. So she like lived across the street from me, and she like didn't go outside very much, and my mom was like, stay away from Mrs. Jenkins, stay away from her because she's real grumpy or whatever. And I was like, oh, she's probably got a lot of money. So one night I like kicked through the door, and I had a knife with me, and I was like, you listen, you bitch, give me all your crackers.
Understandable.
And she had a whole bunch of exotic birds in there. Like she was like taking care.
Okay,
She was
I
taking
see
care
where
of a
this is
lot
going.
of exotic
Oh, I'm
birds.
way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I was like, you give me all your crackers. And she said, Polly, does Polly want a cracker?
Oh,
and
she
all
thinks
the
you're a bird.
birds, she thought I was a
Oh,
bird.
yeah.
Yeah. And all the other birds thought I was too. And so they all started singing at me. And they got out of their cages and they alighted on my bidet.
Trying to be friends, yeah.
And they and so like I did finally get the money, but when I got out of the house, I got carried away a little bit because they all dug their claws
Oh,
into
right,
my
by the
shirt
birds, yeah.
and flew
Just a little bit.
just a little bit, and I was like, "Ah!" and I wiggled my arms, and they flew off.
And that's a distress noise, Hayes, just so you know.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I really got the wrong message from that noise. Mm-hmm. So it's good to know.
Believe
Yeah,
me, I
that was
saw you- I
distress
saw you
for
perk up.
sure.
It's like a prairie dog popping out of the ground. Hayes just hears that and he goes rigid.
Hey,
Now-
this is what I sound like when I'm horny. Oh no! Oh no! 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 So that's how you'll be able to tell the difference.
That's a good scoop troop.
Get out your pens.
Good lesson. So that was Q&A.
Oh yes.
Q like Netflix Q.
Yes, and I feel like we did a lot of discussion of Netflix and of the cues and all of that, and I think that people probably learned a lot. And of course, Hayes, you had almost the opposite category from Mary's. The movies you liked was when a little dog's pretending to be a big dog and the big dog is somehow fine with it.
Yeah, so the big dog doesn't know how big he is.
Yes. Yes, and if you've ever seen
He's
that
willing to let the
happen-
little dog be the boss. You ever see a movie like that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you saw the ones on my list.
Yeah, I saw the ones on your list.
What was your favorite?
My favorite was Dog Day Afternoon. And of course, but I think my favorite was the sequel to that, which was, isn't it hot? Get a dog, and that's when that big storyline came up with the big dogs and the doesn't know how big he is.
Until he sees himself in the puddle.
Right.
And then that
And then
little
he
dog
falls
is in
in love
big
with
trouble.
himself.
And then it's like,
he falls in love
love
with
it.
himself.
Yes.
And he loves how he looks.
It's sad.
And he becomes very egotistical and he just changes.
Into-
Arpsisis.
Yeah.
To the flower.
Arpsisis was
yeah.
the third constellation of that series.
Yeah. I liked Smilla's sense of snow.
Do you know that was supposed to be Snowa's sense of smell?
Yes.
And then when it came out, they were like, they pretended it was on purpose.
What was the name of that one again?
Smilla's sense of snow, but it was supposed to be Snow's sense of smell.
Oh.
Did you see that?
It's like The Edge of Tomorrow. I started watching it, but then my cat started licking me. And I got distracted.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
it probably
no.
was hungry. Popcorn better.
Okay. Going through these popcorns.
A
A lot of questions about hollandaise sauce. A couple questions about the country Holland.
Oh yeah. If you love Holland so much, why don't you marry it? Guess you did, because that's you who you are.
If I would marry anything, it'd be my cat.
Questions about. Okay. Well, I'll stay away from that. Questions
Stay away
about.
from what? What do you mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Not. It just seemed like she just said the thing I was saying all along was that it seemed like she wanted to marry her cat, and she just said that she would marry her cat.
Oh, okay. Easy.
Here we
easy.
go.
No, take it. Hold on. Hang on.
Mister-
I'll handle this, Cookie. Now, Hayes.
Take care of it, baby.
Now, Hayes.
Please, baby.
You gotta realize something. And now we're friends.
Yeah.
And we work together. I don't like to come down on you this hard.
Oh, I know.
But I can't watch you.
I'm trying.
Trash.
I'm trying to do better.
A human woman.
I know.
Strictly because she's a different gender than you.
I
You
know.
think she wants to marry a cat with basically no other evidence?
I don't know the rules now. I'm trying. I am trying to learn, but it feels like I'm just on eggshells all the time with these new rules.
They keep moving the target.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time I get situated, Bill Maher has more new rules.
Yes.
Every time I get out, they pull me back in.
Yes, from
Yes, from
In the heat of the
spaghetti.
afternoon.
from the
from
the
the-
spaghetti
Oh,
boss.
the
Yes,
pasta.
spaghetti- yes.
Oh,
The spaghetti
right.
boss.
Yes.
The spaghetti boss in the movie, The Pasta.
Today,
Okay. How many? Oh, God. How many jokes did I do today? Well,
it's 2:45. So up to this point,
up to this point.
I didn't mean to throw you by saying what time
Yeah,
it was.
I hate hearing about the time because then I just think about how my life is
Yeah, I know.
It's
I'm
just-
sorry.
like I'm slowly being dragged out in front of me.
It's okay, pizza box.